Granite holds a heavy chill. The world is gray and perfectly still, and that's the heat I've kept suppressed deep inside this hollow chest. The obsidian jagged at the edge, a lonely life upon the ledge. Beneath the crust I start to trace a burning pulse I can't erase. I didn't spark, I didn't flare, but I felt the tremor in the air. Like I forgot the way to be when the earth begins to shake from me. I nearly let it flow, but I stifled every glow. Every time the embers rise, I shield my weary soot-stained eyes. I don't know how to burn without a point of no return. Every spark that finds its way smothers before it stays. The sulfurous begins to swirl around a cold and hardened world. I watch the clouds of ash descend and wait for everything to end. The sky is bleeding crimson light, a sudden break inside the night. But when the iron gates begin to yield, I stay behind my stone cold shield. I don't know if I can stand to hold the lightning in my hand, but every crack within the stone is a power I have never shown. Maybe I've been locked too long to sing a wild and primal song and break, or a heart that learned to freeze before it felt the summer breeze and wake. I'm a mountain captain snow, hiding what is bright below again. And the hardest part of me is I'm the cage that keeps me free. I stood upon the bleeding edge, a step back from the crumbling ledge. I watched the molten gold turn cold as I reclaim the dark I hold. I can't imagine who I'd become if I had let the fever run. But for a breath the air was warm, and I survived the coming storm. The winter settles on the peak, a language that I cannot speak. It chills the ground I've kept so high, a fortress reaching for the sky. The glacier breeze of frozen air, a heavy weight I've learned to bear. Between the ice I start to feel a warmth that's almost real. I didn't break, I didn't bend, but I feared the message it might send. Like I forgot how soft it feels when the frozen spirit finally heals. I almost let let it stay, but I turn the heat away. Every time the water flows, I'm the first one to be closed. I don't know how to melt all the things I haven't felt. Every spark that finds its way freezes before it stays. The stones are jagged, sharp and gray, like words I've never dared to say. I watch the mist begin to rise and cloud the truth behind my eyes. The valley whispers from below of places where the lilies grow. But every time the grass gets green, I retreat where I'm not seen. Every trace it leaves behind is a song I haven't yet designed. Maybe I'm too used to frost to count the things I might have lost and gain, or a soul that learned to hide before it let the light inside. Again, I'm mountain captain white, even in the noonday. Thing for me to see is I'm the ice that's keeping me. I almost let it stay, but I push the spring away. Every time I try to thaw, I found another jagged fall. I don't know who I'd be if the warmth took hold of me. Was there, and I was almost not scared. Ocean whispers to the sand, a language I don't understand. It licks the edges of my soul, then leaves a dark and empty hole. The moon is pulling at the deep, a promise that I cannot keep. Between the waves I start to feel something wild and almost real. Didn't run, I didn't hide, but I shook when it got close inside. Like I forgot what I should do when the salt and spray come breaking through. I almost let it stay, but I push the tide away. Every time it comes too near, I disappear in fear. I don't know how to feel something close to real. Every spark that finds its way fades before it stays. Shells are scattered on the coast, like memories of a former ghost. I watch them wash into the blue and see myself in what they do. The air is heavy with the sea, like something's trying to drown me. But every time the water rises, I run away from its surprise. peace it leaves behind is something I can't redefine. Maybe I'm too used to try to let a feeling flood my eye and flow, or a heart that learned to break before it ever had to take it slow. On a desert by the sea, fearing what will rescue me again. And the hardest thing I see is on the wall that's keeping me. I almost let it stay, but I turn the waves away. Every time it tried to bloom, I turned it back to salty gloom. I don't know who I'd be if I let the sea change me, but for a moment it was there, and I was almost not scared. The silver ash lies on the ground, the only blanket I have found. It covers up the roots I hide and keeps the ancient cold inside. The cedar stands so charred and tall, a shadow waiting for the fall. Between the bark I see a vein of something reaching through the pain. I didn't reach, I didn't pray, but I felt the smoke begin to sway, like I forgot what air should taste in this quiet blackened waste. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the light away. Every time a blossom shows, I'm the first to let it close. I don't know how to grow in a life I used to know. Every spark that finds its way fades before it stays. The rain is falling on the cold, a heavy rhythm for my soul. I watch the mud begin to stir and see the ghost of who I were. The sky is opening its heart to give the earth a brand new start. But every time the clouds get thin, I pull the darkness back within. I don't know if I can bear the weight of flowers in the air, but every leaf that starts to spread is a word I haven't said. Maybe I'm too used to gray to trust a bright and sunny day and bloom, or a heart that learned to burn before it had a chance to turn from gloom. I'm a forest in the rain, hiding every drop of stain again. And the hardest part of me is on the lock but not the key. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the green away. Every time it tried to run, was almost not scared. Frost is etching on the pane, a frozen map of hidden pain. It blurs the world I left behind to soothe the restless, weary mind. The mountain air is thin and sharp, like strings upon a broken harp. Beneath the floor I start to hear a heartbeat ringing loud and clear. I didn't move, I didn't breathe, but I felt the heavy spirit heave, as if I've lost the bitter art of guarding every fragile part. I nearly claimed the light, but I shuddered at the sight. Every time the ceiling clears, I drown inside my ancient fears. I don't know how to bloom in such a cold and quiet room. Every pulse that finds its way shivers till it fades away. The cedar branches bend and bow beneath the weight I can't allow. I watch the winter garden sleep, and secrets that I've sworn to keep. The sky is turning soft and gold, a story waiting to unfold. But when the iron latch begins to turn, I choke the fire I used to burn. I don't know if I can face the kindness of a wider space, but every footprint in the snow is a path I'm terrified to go. Maybe I've been nice too long to carry such a tender song and rise, or a soul that learned to steal before it ever had to feel surprise. I'm a shelter made of stone, hiding in the dark alone again. And the lonely truth I see is on the lock without a key. I nearly let it stay, but I turned the sun away. Every time the petals spread, I chose the winter ghosts instead. I don't know who I'd be if the color lived in me. Before a heartbeat it was there, and I was almost not scared. Limestone crumbles in the heat, a hollow thrum beneath my feet. It marks a path I tried to seal, to hide the things I shouldn't feel. The canyon echoes with a cry underneath the silent burning sky. Deep in the dark I start to trace the ghost of some forgotten grace. I didn't flinch, I didn't stir, but the edges of my vision blur, as if my hands forgot the way. common day. I nearly held the spark, but I retreated to the dark. Each time the fire gets too bright, I trade the sun for endless night. I've lost the will to try to live beneath the vivid sky. The embers flicker for a while, then vanish in a lonely pile. The riverbed is bone and stone, a desert I have made my home. I watch the clouds begin to crawl and wait for them to break and fall. The wind is heavy with the rain, a healing sort of sudden pain. But when the surface starts to leak, I muffle every word I speak. I don't know if I can stand to feel the water on my hand, yet every drop that hits the dust is shaking my old sense of trust. Maybe I've been dry too long to listen to a rising song and wake, or a mind that learned to fight before it ever saw the light and break. And the mountain turned to glass, watching every season pass again. And the bitter truth I find is I'm the cage I left behind. I nearly let it stay, but I drove the hope away. Every time a garden grew, I killed the only life I knew. I don't know what I'd see if I let the rain wash me, but for a second it was there, and I was almost not scared. The tide is pulling at the shore, a ghost of what I was before. It drags the sand into the deep, where all my silent secrets sleep. The ocean groans beneath the blue, a heavy shade I'm passing through. Between the swells I start to find a piece I thought I left behind. I didn't swim, I didn't drown, but I watched the sun go sinking down, like I forgot what I could be when it's reflected on the sea. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the wave away. Every time the water's clear, I dive back into my fear. I don't know how to breathe in the world beneath the sheath. Every spark that finds its way sinks before it stays. Coral bleaches in the cold, a story that was never told. I watched the current start to shift and feel my heavy spirit drift. The wind is calling from the north to bring the hidden feelings forth. But every time the surface breaks, I ignore the path the water takes. I don't know if I can stand to leave the safety of the sand, but every shell upon the beach is a dream I haven't tried to reach. Maybe I'm too used to salt to admit the rhythm's not my fault and fall, or a heart that went to storm before it ever felt the warm and glow. I'm a lighthouse with no flame, searching for a quiet name again. And the hardest thing I see is on the ocean, not the key. I almost let it stay, but I turn the tide away. Every time it tried to calm, I kept the storm inside my palm. I don't know who I'd be if the silence stayed in me, but for a moment it was there, and I was almost not scared. The harbor waits in heavy white, a ghost of everything in sight. It veils the jagged rocks below and masks the path I used to know. The tide is pulling at the sand, a steady grip I can't withstand. Between the mist I see a beam, a sudden fragment of a dream. I didn't move, I didn't blink, but I stood right upon the brink, like I forgot how I should see. When the haze begins to set them free, I almost let it stay, but I look the other way. Every time the air gets clear, I find comfort in my fear. I don't know how to see in a world that's wide and free. Every spark that finds its way blurs before it stays. The iron tower stands so tall, but I'm the one who built the wall. I watch the glass begin to shine and feel the shiver down my spine. The salt is stinging in the air, a truth I'm not quite fit to bear. But every time the warning cries, I pull the veil back o'er my eyes. I don't know if I can guide the restless thing I have inside, but every flash across the sea is a piece of what I used to be. is I'm the lock, but not the key. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the light away. Every time the clouds would part, I shut the windows of my heart. I don't know who I'd be if the vision caught up to me, but for a moment it was there, and I was almost not scared. The cold is deepening on the hill. The world is turning grey and still. It touches fields I've kept so dry, then fades beneath a heavy sky. The canyon echoes with a sound of secrets buried in the ground. Between the gusts I start to trace a memory of a warmer place. I didn't fall, I didn't fly, but I trembled as the wind went by, like I forgot what I should feel when the change begins to become real. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the breeze away. Every time the colors rise, I cover up my tired eyes. I don't know how to trust the gold beneath the autumn rust. Every spark that finds its way wilts before it stays. The mountain hides a frozen peak, a promise that I'm scared to seek. I watch the clouds begin to form and wait for shelter from the storm. The soil is waiting for the rain to wash away the summer stain. But every time the thunder calls, I build higher, thicker walls. I don't know if I can hold a story that has not been told, but every trace it leaves behind is a truth I haven't yet defined. Maybe I'm too used to numb to let a season truly come and grow, or a heart that learned to break before it ever had to take it slow. I'm a sky that hides the sun, even when the night is done. Again, and the hardest thing I see is I'm the one who won't set me free. I almost let it stay, but I turned the gold to gray. Every time I try to bloom, I let the winter fill the room. I don't know who I'd be if I let the light change me, but for a moment it was there, and I was almost not scared. sky. A silver moon is passing by. It casts a chill upon the land, a quiet I can understand. The birds are silent in the trees, a sudden shivering in the breeze. Between the dark I start to see a ring of fire calling me. I didn't blink, I didn't hide, but I felt the cold take hold inside. Like I forgot how stars should glow when the sun begins to go. I almost let it stay, but I pushed the light away. Every time the halo shows, I'm the first to let it close. I don't know how to shine with a shadow such as mine. Every spark that finds its way fades before it stays. The stars appear in the middle day, a universe in disarray. I watch the planets align in space and feel the void upon my face. The air is heavy, thin and strange, a world that's waiting for a change. But every time the moon moves on, I miss the dark when it is gone. I don't know if I can stand to hold the summer in my hand, but every trace it leaves behind is a truth I can't unbind. Maybe I'm too used tonight to face the burning of the light and wake, or a heart that learned to hide before it ever went outside to break. I'm a sky that's turned to black, waiting for the morning back again. And the hardest part of me is on the moon between the sun and me. I almost let it stay, but I turned the gold to gray. Every time it tried to bloom, I brought back the midday gloom. I don't know who I'd be if the sun lived inside me, but for a moment